Welcome back to the Garden Report on CLNS, powered by Blue Apron. You can become a great chef in your own kitchen by going to blueapron.com/thegardenreport. We'll get you 3 free meals and free shipping. Do that after this video because we're going to get right into it right now. We talked about Isaiah Thomas in the first video. Second video, we got to give credit where it's due to his teammates. And I think Al Horford's one of the first names that comes to mind because this guy was all over the court tonight on offense, inside, outside. And that's the type of guy that you knew you were getting. And that's why the Celtics gave him all the money they could to come here.
Well, we knew the opportunities have been there, Jimmy, right? I mean, I feel like a lot of the times Al Horford knows that he's going to attract the other team. So he tends to pass the ball more than I think he should. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time
he's not a shoot first guy. He never has
exactly.
been.
That's the way he is. But I feel like there was a lot of opportunities, especially in the last week in the second half, where he's giving up opportunities to other guys, which is great. You know, it's fine. It works out most of the time. But I like to see him when he's aggressive. And tonight, that was the aggressive Al Horford I like to see. He was going inside. He was challenging his defender. He was finding the open guys, but also doing the inside-out game.
Yes.
That's Al Horford in a nutshell, right? He's knocking down outside jump shots. He's going inside, challenging his defender, and making easy layups, getting to the free throw line. I thought he was terrific tonight.
And the three-point shot is something that he's added to his arsenal. I mean, he's taking more threes now than he could ever have imagined when he entered the NBA.
Right.
And that's the way the league is trending. And you have to be able to add that to your game if you want to last longer in this league, especially when you get older and maybe you can't bang down low. But right now, he's still at the age where he can score, you know, in both ways, at the post. And Brad Stevens said that, you know, they're trying to give him the ball down low in the post like that because he's so quick. I mean, he's for a big man, he's quick. He's got good feet. And what I was trying to say is he's so smart.
Right. And besides, who isn't shooting a three on this team, right, Jimmy?
Right.
I mean, you got Amir Johnson even cranking them out there. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't
so
shoot threes on the Celtics? There isn't one guy I can think of. Maybe Tyler Zeller, but we'll see. Who knows? When he comes back from his illness, he might be popping threes. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like when you apply for a job and it's like, are you efficient in QuickBooks? You're like, yes. Celtics are like, do you shoot threes? And you're just like, yes.
And then you start the next day.
And then, exactly.
You
just work through it. Another guy who can shoot threes, big man, Kelly Olynyk, who is on fire as of late. I would say his best game in a very, very long time, possibly career in Atlanta on Friday, 26 points. Follow that up tonight with 15.
I thought that was going to be like a one-year thing, you know, because remember he had that huge game last season against the Warriors when he dropped 28. Right. Last week it was against Atlanta. I was like, we may not see this again. Tonight, he didn't score that many points, but he was doing the little things.
16, so
15
points. Sorry, 15 off the bench.
15 points. You had what? He was grabbing rebounds.
Yeah, 9 rebounds.
He wasn't
9.
just settling for the three-point shot, which I love that about.
Talking about aggressiveness with Horford, I mean, that's a guy that needs to be aggressive.
And this is a guy who can get past his defender, just like Al Horford.
Yeah.
He was very involved. He was very active on offense, and I love the ball movement. I love the fact that he was able to, exact same thing I was saying about Al Horford, attract the defense, kick it out, and then also finish down low. High percentage shots. Those are the shots I like to see the Celtics take more often, along with the three. But high percentage shots, I'll take more than the three-point shots.
He's trying to get healthy. He's had, you know, a tough go of things, you know, with the injuries and such. Love to see him get back on track and really contribute down the stretch. Another guy tonight who contributed, Jaylen Brown. Rookie, had a nice little pregame speech for Martin Luther King Day. Very smart individual, guy who's mature beyond his years. And I think, you know, you see that off the court with things like that, but you also see it on the court tonight. He's not, you know, your typical rookie where he's making a lot of bonehead decisions or shooting, you know, shots that he shouldn't take. I'm seeing a lot of effort out of him on the defensive end. And in that fourth quarter, to put him in the game in a crunch time situation out there with Marcus Smart, I mean, those two guys, you know, they wreaked a little bit of havoc on the Hornets, and I thought that he was really effective.
Right. Well, he earned it, right? I mean, the first half, he had a couple steals. He had a three-point play that he finished on. The following play, another breakaway where he was able to make it easy, too. I mean, we all knew how athletic he is, and we know how that athleticism can translate on the defensive side, and that's what we saw in the first half. Little by little, he's getting there, Jimmy, and hopefully he can, you know, get a legit spot in this rotation. I know he's still kind of tweaking his bench a bit, Brad Stevens, but I really like this kid. I think sky's the limit, and again, the ceiling's very high.
Sky is the limit. Maybe we'll see him in the dunk contest. Speaking of sky's the limit, that would be fun.
Him or Gerald? I wouldn't mind either one. Even if Gerald came back, I think he might win it. I think he'd have a good chance.
I think he could show the youngins a little thing or two
would be legendary.
About dunking. All right, guys, thanks for listening and watching. Celtics got the Knicks on Wednesday. Although I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know if Rose will make the trip. He might be in Barbados on that day. I'm not sure where he's going to be. But we'll be here. So please tune in again. Celtics win 108-98. I'm not sure if I gave you guys a score, but they did win 108-98 tonight. And this is CLNS Garden Report, powered by Blue Apron.